Hey YouTube, this is Lady Tay, and this is Life with Lady Tay. Take this down, this hurts. Whew. Take this down, this hurts. I have not been on YouTube in about 2 years. Yeah, in about 2 years. And a lot has happened in those 2 years. For one, I have moved from New Jersey to Virginia. I had another child. He's 9 months old, and I'll get into that in a minute. And I also had COVID while pregnant, believe it or not. So I said, I want to bring back my YouTube channel. I had taken a break while I was trying to get everything together with StreamYard and trying to get better internet connection. I wasn't in the best situation to really focus on my YouTube channel, but I wanted to give it another go. And I figured what better way to give it another go than bringing back the Surviving COVID series. And what better story to bring back the Surviving COVID series than that of my own? Because we've heard so many different perspectives, but one thing that we have not heard as a perspective on surviving COVID has been that of a pregnant mother. Yep, I was pregnant when I had COVID. Ain't that great? So I'm going to try to run through my story kind of quickly because it is 10:24 Eastern Standard Time, PM, not AM. It's 10:24 on a Saturday night here on the East Coast. I don't want to be on here long. I had planned on doing this a few days ago and life just got so busy. So I'm gonna go through it now. So let's start from the beginning. I was just under 6 months pregnant. Matter of fact, a few days from hitting 6 months. And I woke. No, let me start with the day before. The day before, I did a lot of coughing and sneezing and was just like no energy whatsoever. And to this day, I do believe that everything happened when we were at my son's doctor's office. We were at my son's doctor's office, and there was somebody that was coughing a lot, very bad. And yeah, so I believe that's when we caught it. It was not too long before. My son had been showing signs and symptoms, but everybody knows Kenneth was always a very sickly little child. So to say that was COVID, don't know for sure. So yeah, day before I went to get tested, just felt like low on energy, like no energy whatsoever. I was trying to clean the house and I didn't have the energy to clean the house, and I was coughing to the point where my chest hurt. Now, like I said, this is Tuesday, I believe it is. Saturday is the day I hit six. No, it was Wednesday, and Saturday was the day I hit 6 months. So yeah. Wednesday, we're trying to do all cleaning, get everything done, get everything ready for Christmas because it's almost Christmas time. And this is the end of 2021. Like I said, it's been almost 2 years since I've streamed. Yeah, it's been a while since I streamed, y'all. I'm sorry. That's yeah. I'm so sorry, y'all. I tend to space. That's one of the after effects. Well, I was always kind of spacey, but I tend to space more of it now. Except at work and at church. When I'm at work and when I'm at church, I'm very focused. It's just when I'm in personal life, to space. Yeah, so this is right before Christmas 2021. And So we're trying to get cleaned up, trying to get everything ready, trying to find certain things because we trying to start the prep work for the cooking. Sorry, I got a message. Mentorship message. So yeah, I'm just coughing to the point my chest hurts. Can barely breathe. Next day I wake up, I'm not like feeling like I had a fever, just overall feeling unwell. But I had a doctor's appointment. I was trying not to miss my prenatal visits because it was very hard to make them up. My doctor's office is very busy. Said, okay, I'm going. I'm going. Go up to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Whatever the wizard was. Because we're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. That's just me being goofy. That has nothing to do with COVID brain or whatever you want to call it. So I went to the doctor, get to the doctor. He was like, well, I've been coughing. Okay. I've been tired. Well, that's normal. You're pregnant. Anything else? Not really. Go take my vitals and all that stuff. They take my temperature. My temperature's at 100 something. I don't remember what my temperature was. Like, temperature's kind of high. Are you sure you're feeling okay? I'm just tired. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna get you in a room, Miss Gatson. Okay, get in the room, lay down, nod off until I start coughing again. They checked my temperature 3 more times while I was at the doctor. I think at its highest it got into 102 or 101.4. Somewhere around there. So like, all right, you're coughing, you're tired, and you have a fever. We understand how you're not feeling like you're running a fever. I'm just like, I've ran a fever before and it felt like I couldn't get cool. I don't feel like that right now. So like, well, you're showing signs of COVID. We're just to be on the safe side, we're gonna run a flu test and we're gonna run a COVID test. Oh, okay. The COVID test came back positive the day I hit 6 months. I'm in a house full of people. There are 5 other people, well, now 6, but there were at the time 5 other people in the house besides me. So I'm laying in my bed. I get my chart notification. Test results came back. See, it went positive. Immediately called downstairs to my mama. Mama.
You got my scrub in here?
Mama, my test came back positive. We've been exposed to COVID. Yeah. So everybody goes and gets tested. Only other person that comes back positive in the house is my now 4-year-old. 3 at the time. So I'm 6 months pregnant. I test positive for COVID. I'm in a house full of people who are pretty much immunocompromised. Mom has a number of health issues. Little brother is asthmatic. Older brother has a number of health issues. And I'm in a house with them positive for COVID. My son, who's an asthmatic, is positive for COVID. It's just like, are you serious? So I pretty much spent the next, from that day all the way up to Christmas in my room. I would get something to eat. I'd have a mask on when I left out the room. And yeah, outside of having to use the bathroom or getting something to eat or getting something to drink, I did not leave this room. This very room right here. It was rough because I can barely breathe before COVID. I could barely breathe before COVID. And now to be experiencing COVID, it's just like it made it even harder because the baby's already pushing up on my lungs. And now I got COVID restricting that airflow. It was rough. At one point, I was just like, Lord, take me so I can stop suffering. I was supposed to have my daughter, because she's still in Jersey, with her father. I was supposed to have her come down for the Christmas holiday. That was saying we were trying to work that out for her to come down for the Christmas holiday. I couldn't even do that because I had COVID. It was rough. And then what made it worse is I could not be with my support system. The church had to be shut down because I had COVID. And dad had to miss work because he had been exposed to COVID and he could not afford to expose anybody else. So he had to miss work, and I couldn't hug my mama and my brothers and my dad. Like I could not look at them face. I could not be face to face with them because of COVID. And it was just like it was so rough for me, and to see my baby suffering and not being much I can do other than give him medicine and cuddle him. It was really rough. But thank the Lord, He brought us through it. And come New Year's Day, we retested and we both tested negative. So I'm thankful for that. There are still some lasting effects. Like I still get kind of short of breath randomly. I noticed my memory hasn't been as great since COVID. And found out that could be because of something called COVID brain. Although I have not been officially diagnosed with it because it's not even in the medical books yet. I don't think it's enough cases yet for them to put it in the medical book. I don't know, but it's not in the medical books. Yeah. I noticed it takes me longer to bounce back from the simplest stuff. Like I had a cold a little over a month ago, and I'm still like dealing with losing my voice. I had a cold and laryngitis at the same time, and I'm still battling with my voice going out easy. Had that been before COVID, would have bounced right back within a week or two. It's been almost 2 months now. And when I do get a cough, it's not just it's it's hard, and it's hard to catch my breath from it. My advice to anybody that thinks they may have COVID, go get tested, catch it early, knock it out. A couple things that really helped me was Sambucol, elderberry, hot tea. Yeah. These are the things that helped me make it through because I couldn't take a lot of cold medicines. I was 6 months pregnant. So it was a lot of cold medicines that weren't safe for me to take. And then my son is 3 at the time. Yeah, he just turned 4. My son was 3 at the time, so it wasn't much that he could take either. We had to stick with all natural stuff, home remedies. Above all, stay in prayer. Don't allow yourself to get into a depressed state, a depressed place. No, COVID is not easy. No, thankfully we weren't hospitalized. It didn't get to that point, but I thought it was going to. It was bad. My advice, stay prayed up, stay in a place of worship, stick with all natural remedies if you can. Like I said, if you think you're experiencing symptoms or you think you're being exposed, and that's another thing I noticed, I stutter and spill over my words a lot more since COVID. Like it's been really hard for me to talk. Like, I don't think I can go 2 hours without stumbling over my words. Yeah. Um, like I said, if you think you're experiencing symptoms, if you think you've been exposed, get tested early. And wait, y'all ready for this? I had both shots of the vaccine. I was due for the booster shot, but I lost my vaccination card, so I wasn't trying to get the 2 shots all over again. And still haven't got a place. I still haven't gotten a booster. A little over a year later. Um, and don't ask me which one I got. All I know is I didn't get Johnson and Johnson. I think it started with M. I don't remember off the top of my head. I just know I didn't get Johnson and Johnson. Not downing the company, just I wanted to go with the safe, what I thought was safe, and get 2 shots versus one. Our whole household is vaccinated, actually. Our whole household except for Kenny, because he's too little to get the vaccine. And now baby Eric, the babies, those that are under 5, they're the only ones in the house that's not vaccinated. And not all the people that's vaccinated, I was the only one that got it. But then so they had got it more recently than I did. I got my last shot of the vaccine in April 2021 and got COVID in December 2021. I think they all got their shots in September 2021. So they got it a lot more recently. So it was a bit, the antibodies were working a bit more. Um, and it was crazy to me because I had made it almost 2 years in the pandemic without getting COVID. Had I been exposed? Yes. I was in a shelter and folks had COVID in the shelter. I was in cars with people who ended up testing positive. I was in houses with people who ended up testing positive. I was in churches with people who ended up testing positive. Never once tested positive. And then, I don't, like I said, I can't pinpoint where I got it when I got exposed, but we got exposed. We got it. Almost 2 years into the pandemic. And I can't even say it was the vaccine because the vaccine had been, it's about 8 months old at that point. 8, 9 months old at that point. Let's say this is January. Yeah, 8 months old. So I can't even say it was the vaccine failing and giving it to me because I had tested for COVID since I had that vaccine. I had tested negative. So I can't even say it was the vaccine. God had to allow it to happen. That's honestly how I feel. He had to allow it to happen to open our eyes a bit, if that makes any sense. Because truly the only thing that got me through the COVID was prayer and worship. I couldn't hug on any of my support system, couldn't love on any of my support system physically. And I'm a person who loves, who craves touch. That was another thing. After COVID, kind of got touched out for a while. Like, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. Got a bit of social anxiety, which anybody that knows me knows I'm a people person all day, every day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks out the year, 365 days out of the year, 366 on a leap year. I am a social person. So for me to not want to touch anybody was just, it was something. Anybody have any questions for me? You can reach out to me via YouTube, Life with Lady Tae. Excuse me. You can reach out to me on Facebook at Taegadson, TAEGADSON. You can inbox me. I'll probably think of a billion other things that I wanted to say and couldn't think of after I get off live. But yeah, this is my life with COVID. This is me surviving COVID. I just hope that I can encourage some mother out there, some pregnant mother, some mother with a toddler, somebody that was in my situation. It's possible. It's hard. It's rough, but it's possible. YouTube, I love you, and I promise you my next video will be a bit more goofy and upbeat. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.